Yeah.
Alright, video stopped, so now we got to start over here. Let me get it hot again. Alright, now that I drew it out, my blade tongs will actually hold it, and I can do a little more work up here. Punch that ricasso in there, and then I'm going to really punch that in there. That's where the handle's going to be. And we're going to heat it up again. I'm going to show you the trick with these type tongs to protect your blade. So the trick is with this, you want to trap it with your hammer, bring it all the way up to where you don't want to hit with your hammer, and use that to protect. That to protect your knife. I'm not going to get that much thinner in there. I'm going to get a little thinner and that'll be it, because I want it to be nice and thick in that area, and then I'm going to draw this out to get a good handle on it. That is the crucial point of your knife. After that, we're going to do a thing called thermal cycling, which I've been working on with my test knives. As you see, they keep breaking. I've been over thermal cycling, under thermal cycling. I've been using this pretty thing right here. This is a Paragon heat treating oven. It's actually 36 inches long. And it's been killing me. I don't know how to do it properly in there. I'm not getting the temperatures right. You know, they're perfect. But I'm going to show you the eye method. It's the way I've done it. Until the past year, I've been doing it by eye for probably 5-6 years now by eye. That's the way you're going to do it out in your garage or at home when you burn down your dad's house. Really, I just got this out. I want to flatten it out a little. You want the thickest point of this to be the ricasso. Everything is squared off that ricasso. Still got a little back arc to it. I don't like that. It needs to be tipped down. We'll fix that. A little hammer smack, a little 2x4 pop. It'll be good. It's pretty long. I don't really need it that long. I'm going to leave it for now until I decide what to do with the handle. I may make a real nice long handle for it, being a kitchen type knife. Alright, another thing, a lot of people you'll see online, everything else, they love making knives out of these. And I recommend doing it for fun. It's usually 1045 or not even. It's got some carbon content, decent for tools. It's a real tough blade, it won't break. It won't hold an edge. It's more of a novelty thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and fuller this like I was talking about. Both sides. I'm trying to get it, I want it down fast. You can see those ripples that left on it. I don't know if you can see them in the camera or not. You already see these flattened out from being on the anvil itself. We'll flatten them out next time. Alright, let's get this whole way there. you see that flaking up right there? That's actually the outer layer of low carbon. Came apart, weld came apart on me. You don't want that to happen, but this is, it's in the handle. So, not really going to be, put my hand over it. I think that's a good length. And now we're going to straighten it out. Do some thermal cycling. I want to get rid of that crazy looking sweep there. Turn on. Alright, so now here we are. We're going to do the straighten the spine again. Little ample smack. Doing what I wanted to do. Close as possible as you want. You want to say, hey, my forge just delayed the shape. You want it to be as close as possible. I got both burners on. While it's getting up to heat, let's talk about tools a little bit. Tongs can be anything. I mean, a pair of vice grips, channel locks. These are homemade. Shit, Harbor Freight, get these. Good thing to do with these, make sure you're watching your blade. You come in, you cut right here. Just take and cut if you got a weld machine. Cut that out to whatever size angle you may have. Weld a piece of that angle in there. Cut it off a little short piece, weld it in there. Both sides, you got yourself a little square tip tongs. You can make tongs out of anything. Fiddle with the blade to mess it up, so don't want to do that. Now, a couple good straightenings. Looking down the spine. I want to be nice and straight. It's a little twisted, and I'll show you how to fix that right now. Beginning with tools, like I was saying, tongs are made out of anything. You see something hard to pound on. Shit, back in 1,000 years ago, they used a rock. You know, you can use a rock, polished granite, whatever you want, you can use it. Any kind of metal. Hammer, like I said, 2-pound hammer or lower. You actually want to cut the handle to where it meets right inside there to there. That's all the length you want. Because when you're swinging, you want it to be an extension of your arm. You don't come up here and just power down. A little extension is bam, as hard as you can right there. Now, vice of some sort's good. This is one reason you want a vice. Straighten that blade out. Look at that. Now you know that blade's going to be straight. You got it in that vice. You look down it. You just take the end of it. I mean, that's hot. Twist it however you want. Add a little twist in it. Make sure you get it. Look down it. The tip's a little crooked right there. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. Okay, now right there. Come here, look. You can see that tip's touching one side, not the other. You see that gap in there. We need to fix that on the handle because it's not touching that vise. So I'm going to go back in the fire. Took a lot of that twist out of it. Get it back in the fire just hot enough to get that tip hot. So back to tools, all you need is a fire, a pair of tongs of some sort, and that could be anything. Keep your hand away from that fire. Channel locks, vice grip, long pair of pliers. These are homemade. Tons of videos on how to make them out of just plain steel that you get out of your yard, from Harbor Freight, Home Depot. Okay, just that tip's hot. I'm gonna forge it to the direction, straighten it out. You do a lot of straightening on the grinder, but you want it as close as possible. So, before I start the heat treat part, let's talk about, turn it down just a tad here. I don't need as much force doing this heat treat part. So again, a grinder is perfect. 4-inch grinder, cut off wheels, cutting your steel, grinding. You want to take this hard scale off it with a grinding wheel before you go to any kind of belt sander. Just starting off a 1x30 Harbor Freight belt sander. It works great. I used it for years. I worked mine until it burned up, honestly. And then when it burned up, I bought another one similar, a better brand. I actually like the Harbor Freight one better. So again, hammer, tongs, some way to grind, finish your blades, whether it be a grinder with tiger disc, works fine. Something hard to pound on, and a fire. And that's all you need. And maybe some oil. Of course you need oil. Don't ever quench in water. I don't care what you see. Okay, now basic fire. I'm using a propane forge. You know, that's a little, you don't have to do that. You can home make them or whatever, but you take a lawnmower deck, an old lawnmower, you turn it upside down so it's a bowl. Looks like that right there. Nice little bowl, upside down. Have your dad or yourself weld some legs on it. 4 legs. Right here you take an old brake drum. They're made out of some cast iron. Cut a hole in the bottom of that. Then you plug in some 2-inch or 1.5 inch. You can see it down there. 2-inch pipe. You put a T on it. One side going out right here, one going down. A couple little pieces. That's your forge. You can make anything in that. And I say leave one side of your, leave the, you know, make sure you have the open side. And if you want to put another open side, so you can put things through the metal. Right here, what you'll do is you'll attach a hose of some sort out here to a blow dryer. I just hook my blow dryer right there and turn it on. Regular blow dryer. Taped it up right there. Plenty of air. Plenty of air. There's videos on how to make that. Can link that to Mark there to show you. There's my blow dryer actually. It's keeping that regulator thawed out because it kept freezing up, too much pressure, and it was really starting to piss me off, so I'll put that on there. So what we're going to do now is a very important part, and it's called thermal cycling. What's happening with this grain is we've got it really hot. You've seen it close to white hot several times, so what it does is it grows that grain like popcorn. The hotter you get it, the longer you leave it at that grain, it just starts growing it, growing it, growing it. The bigger the grain is, the more brittle your knife would be, okay? And it won't do those bends, just like you've seen. I'm sure you've seen plenty of videos of me bending and breaking. And that's why my grain was way too large, and I didn't know that. You know, it's something I know, and it was very angering. But what you do is you want to get it to around 1350, 1400 degrees. Now, a lot of people say go ahead and bring it up to 1600 degrees one time, a white hot, just once, and bring it down to a black heat, which is about 900 degrees, where you don't see any red, it's black. You want to get it as cold as possible. You'd rather be colder than hotter, because if you don't reach a certain point, it won't do what it's supposed to do. So we're going to go ahead and bring it up to that white heat. We're going to bring it up to a 1600 degrees heat, and we're going to let it cool. We're going to go from there. Alright, so when you're doing heat treat, I know Mark won't like me saying this, but when you're doing heat treat, nothing else in your life matters. Not even if your dad Mark is hollering for you. Nothing matters. You overheat this blade at this point, you melt it, burn it. Right now it's the thinnest as possibly it's going to be in your forge, and you overheat it. All that works for nothing. And trust me, I've done it. Nice orange heat. You get it where it's a little darker, get a good look at it. That's pretty hot. Really would like to get that handle like that as well. Should have got the handle. What you do now is you just let it sit. Really, you can put hooks on it, draw that into a little hook, hang it somewhere in a nice still air, and let it cool. You can still see red in it. Right there, that color right there you're looking at is probably, that's about your 1350 right there, believe it or not. And you still see some red. little bit. I can see it by eye. You can't really see it on the camera very good. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. Barely. You want to get it to a black like this. Just keep letting it cool. Now, right now, the grain, what you did there is you got it all really hot. So you brought it all into a solution, made it big, but all the molecules, all the carbon, all the iron, everything in this steel mixed together. Made a nice solution of steel, and had it all mixed up. Now, it was actually in a very bad state, though, for strength. It's large, it's popcorn. It will brittle, it will break on you. That's not what you want. Again, like I said, you want to side on the air of cooler than hotter. You want to get to 900 degrees, but you want it to be colder. Don't ever set it on your amp or any other device, anything, steel, anything considered a heat sink. You can suck air out, suck heat out of it. Now I got these things here. These are for putting blades on and heat treating. You can do several of these at a time. That's what I like to do when I'm forging a lot for the weekend. I'll go in and bam, 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 just do 3 or 4 at a time, and when I'm done with one, I either hang it or I set it right there on one of those little racks, do the next one. So you're not losing any time, you're not wasting any propane like I am now. But it's still pretty hot, and we'll give it a little bit longer. And like I said, nothing else matters at this point. You don't want to get it too hot. You want 1350 now, 3 times. And you really can do steps, 16, 15 to 14 to be good. But that's hard to do by eye. 1350 is a dull red. It's really good to do this in the dark so you can see your colors a lot better. Right now I can't see the colors. A little bit longer. You want to keep taking it out and checking it. There's nothing wrong with pulling it out and looking at it. There ain't nothing wrong with that. A little bit longer. Alright, so bring it over here in the dark. It's actually a little hotter than what I wanted. A little bit hotter. Can't see very good in the sun. That's why I say you want to do your heat treatment at night. Again, you see any little kinks in your blade at this point? Go ahead and get them out. What this does, though, is even heating. When you do your quench, harden that blade in oil. Never water. Remember that. Never water. You're going to hear, oh, this steel can be done, 1095 can be done in water. Everything is done properly. Electronic heating ovens, and it's done perfectly. There's still a 70% chance it'll fail, and that's done perfectly. Being a master smith, knowing everything you're going to do, 70% chance. Motor oil, canola oil. Canola oil is the best for, say, your age group, and just doing it as a hobby, because you don't get nasty toxic fumes. You need to be outside when you do it. You get cooking oil fumes. Smells like fucking fries in there. Chicken strips. Delicious. Motor oil works, but again, that's really, really toxic fumes. You definitely want to do it in a well-ventilated area. They make parts 50, Sitco, and all these people make them. Can't see the container. I got it down there. This deal here is a quenching oven, or a quenching tank. It's full of that oil. So it's about right here now. I need to add some more. It's full of that oil, and it acts like water. That's how fast it quenches. So, it really acts like water. Check out the flag there. I'm going to end up catching it on fire. Get it rolling up. I like to have my oven a little out more with the cars in the way. But, again, basic tools, man. You can do this with hand files. A lot of people do it with hand files. Even I still put my bevels in with a hand file just to get them set a lot of times. A good bastard file will get you a long ways. I got a whole drawer full of files. I got more files than ever. Pencil files. I mean, they are everywhere. This right here, great file. One of these files right here, you can put a whole bevel on a blade. I got this big long bastard for putting bevels in. Try not to do it by hand very much. If you look, this is a modified Grizzly. $500 grinder, modified. About $200 worth of parts. It was a step up from the 1x30. 1x30 had worked perfect for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I stepped up to this one, worked great until my skills. It's got a really bad vibration and bad tracking. So when my skills outdid that, where I wanted nicer knives, I upgraded to the KMG, and that is a beautiful machine. Beautiful. Alright, here we are back in the fire. Again, I need to pay attention a little better this time. I got a little hotter than what I wanted last time. Not much, but a little. And when you're all done with this, you're gonna, I could show you the quench, but I like to grind my blades to their very, very, almost final profile before I quench. I get the blade cutting edge within a 16th before I quench, and I like to do that soft. I don't like to have to worry about my temper. I'm not set up for quenching right now, so I'm just going to show you this, and this is where you'll leave it. Okay. Now you come over here, and there's a very dull red, about 1350 right there. And now you just let it cool back down to 900 again, below 900. You just go and put it on something and go get a drink. Come back when it's cool. You've been cool to just tap it. You don't burn the shit out of you. Do it again. And really, I mean, I'll do this once or twice more. I'll set this blade aside, and then I'll start pounding out this one. It'll be another test knife. There'll be a video on me trying to break it. If it don't break with the first bend, I'm going to bend it till it breaks. I want to see the grain structure. Again, American Bladesman Society is a great way to learn. I'm a member. I've been a member for over 3 years, and the $30 a month is, or $30 a year, excuse me, is worth the forums and the information that you'll get from other bladesmiths. You hear a lot of shit on Facebook and YouTube and things that are incorrect, things that are not the way you're supposed to do it, shortcuts and things that just don't work and are improper for your blade making. Well, they teach you the correct way. They all have different opinions, but all in all, their forging style and the way they do things are right. They also have a class, a $1,200 class. It's a week or 2 week class. You walk away with a knife or two, and you go through every process I've shown you, plus the grinding and the finishing of the handle, and walk away with some nice knives. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Facebook or text, whatever. Mark's got my number. I hope you guys pick up doing it. It's a great hobby to learn, and it's something to keep you out of trouble. I know Mark's good at that, but that's about it.